sea, mountains, steppe. That's our homeland. Our presenters Anton and Zhuldyz continue discovering the immense Kazakhstan. In the last episode, we went to the Mangyshlak Peninsula, visited the edge of the earth called Zhuldyz, found out if there is life above the clouds in the Issyk plateau, received a blessing in the Shakpakata mosque, and freshened up in Medvezhy waterfalls. After a long road, and got inspired for the next trip. And today Anton will continue to explore the Turgen region and will go to the most beautiful and highest Kairak Waterfall. Visit the jewel in the crown of Trans-Ili Alatau, Lake Issyk, and Zhuldyz will discover the cosmic secrets of the Ustyurt plateau. There she will try to read the riddle of huge stone balls in the valley of Torish and will visit another holy place, the Sultan Epe mosque. Let the incredible adventures begin. Join us! Our first film crew with Anton is going to Kairak Waterfalls today. It is located on the Bozgul River, on the right tributary of the Turgen River. The place is not close. It takes about 3 hours, but our host is ready. Anton, you can do it. We believe in you. Turgen Gorge is one of the most popular tourist places among Almaty residents. Here they relax all year round. That's because those picturesque spaces are only 70 kilometers away from the city. The most popular place in this area is Batan village. Here the depth of the gorge reaches 920 meters and it is divided into two. On the northwest there is the small river Turgen. If you go to the southeast, you will reach the waterfall. We are going to the right. Well, we are continuing our journey through the Turgen Gorge, and today we have to climb 7 kilometers to reach the Kairak Waterfall. I'm ready. We could have gotten there by car, but the road for transport is closed. While the most important thing is the right attitude, Anton is full of energy in the morning, he just does not know yet what he will face. In the meantime, let's find out how Zhuldyz and her film crew are doing. And these guys have more luck this time. They drive around Mangyshtau on serious off-road vehicles. And today Zhuldyz will visit one of the brightest sights of the Mangyshtau region, the Valley of Torish Balls. This place is a great natural mystery. It is located in the northern part of the mountains of western Kazakhstan in the area of Altin-Kazgan, approximately 100 kilometers away from the city of Aktau. The origin of those stone blocks is unknown. They have been here for more than 1 millennium. It seems that these giant beads were scattered through the stone. According to geologists, these stones began to form 120 million years ago. There was an ocean of plankton clusters and it turned into concretions. Over time, the seawater was gone and the balls remained. A concretion is a rounded mineral compound with a core in the center. It serves as the basis. Such stones are formed in porous sand or clay rocks. Their diameter ranges from 1 centimeter to 5 meters. The shape and diameter of the sand balls still change. Under influence of the winds, the boulders are destroyed and the landscape gets an even more mysterious look. Natural History Museum in London has a whole room in the mineralogy department that is dedicated to concretions. Some say that the stones are like giant dinosaur eggs. Nature has done a true miracle. These grey stones look like dinosaur eggs or even dragon eggs. By the way, you can easily find the latest news and see vivid photos from our expedition in social networks by following the hashtag across the Kazakh land. While Zhuldyz is trying to unravel the most important secret of the origin of amazing stone balls, Anton walked 100 meters up the hill and got tired already. Get up, Anton! Great discoveries are waiting for you. You will finish reading the book at home. Moreover, the road to the waterfall is smooth, without a steep climb and sharp stones. While walking, you're enjoying the fascinating landscapes and breathing a crystal clear air. In this part of the Turgen Gorge there are monuments of nature, the famous Turgen mossy spruce forest with an area of about 90 hectares. This moss cover, which reaches about 50 centimeters, can withstand the permafrost of steep northern slopes. Well, we are going to the waterfall. The area was added to the official list of natural monuments in 1968. Its main scientific value is that it is the only forest in the Tian Shan which was covered by the Quaternary glaciers. It happened 1.5 million years ago. Since then, the climate on the planet has changed many times, but here the ice has not melted. And all because of the vegetation that is so thick, it practically does not let the sun's rays through. We haven't passed the half of the way yet. We ran out of water. Anton goes to search for drinking water, and we in Mangistau trying to solve mystery of the Torish Valley. In the world, there are a huge number of natural mysteries and phenomena. Sometimes their occurrence cannot be researched. So in Kazakhstan, in the Mangistau region, there is a puzzle, the Torish Tract. Tourists come up with different ideas. Maybe huge stones are from space, UFO tricks, or is it the toys of the ancient giants? Even scientists do not agree on that with each other. By the way, similar valleys of spheres exist in New Zealand, Argentina, California and Romania. During the Mesozoic era, the entire territory of modern Kazakhstan was covered by the ancient ocean, Tethys. If we look closer at the core of the ball, we can find the remains of ancient mollusks, plankton, fish, and other aquatic inhabitants. These organisms became the basis for spherical concretions, the size of which increased over time. The balls were formed the same way as the snowball. Over the centuries, the core was overgrown with layers of sand and clay. Over time, the water of the ancient ocean was gone and the petrified stones remained on land. How long will it take scientists to fully explore the structure of concretions is unknown, but our second film crew still has at least 2 hours to climb the mountain to finally reach their goal, Kairak Waterfall, which is located in the picturesque Turgen Gorge near Almaty. With every meter uphill, the air becomes thinner, you run out of energy. And Anton left the food in the car. Therefore, dear friends, do not repeat the mistakes of our host. Plan your trip in advance. And in general, Anton told us in private that he is not really into the mountain tourism. Well, that's his loss, isn't it? Almaty residents have a unique opportunity to escape from the noisy metropolis and in just a few hours of driving find themselves in untouched, virgin nature, among coniferous forests and snowy peaks. Turgen Gorge is the longest in the Trans-Ili Alatau. It goes deep into 49 kilometers. There is also the river of the same name. Its average speed is 3 meters per second. Every summer rafting competitions take place here, which gather athletes from all over the CIS. The nature of the area is rich. Tourists come here for raspberries, rose hips and barberries. The fauna is also extensively varied. Squirrels, hares, badgers and roes. At night, you can see wolves, bears and foxes. It is strictly forbidden to hunt for them. Well, so what? Only 500 meters left until we reach the waterfall Kairak. The trail is not very steep, but it goes up endlessly, so this is a route for those who are hardy. You can climb a mountain on a bicycle or even on a horseback. But we chose to climb on foot to enjoy the beauty while walking 7 kilometers. Let me remind you that you can follow the episodes using the hashtag Across the Kazakh Land. So we reached the waterfall. In the meantime, Zhuldyz, who is fresh after taking some rest, continues to explore the Valley of Huge Balls, Torish. Scientists have their own theory of the appearance of stone blocks. People have their own legends about it. According to the legend, unusual stone formations are enemies that have turned to stone, who once tried to seize this land. But supporters of the cosmic theory believe that these are fragments of ancient meteorites. No one can say for sure, but the truth might be close. So where did these giant balls come from? We still have to find out. By the way, similar stone balls can be witnessed at the territory of the whole Mangyshlak, but only in the Torish valley their number is over 1,000. As they say, it is better to see something once than hear about it 1,000 times. Dear friends, do not forget about our photo contest. Repeat the photo. For this, you need to come to Torish, the Valley of the Balls, take a picture with this ethic spherical stones on the background, post it on Instagram with the hashtag across the Kazakh land. Then you will get the opportunity to win valuable prizes from our channel. Well, are you ready? Let's go! So come here and try to figure it out. The Valley of Balls is located 9 kilometers from the village of Jibek. There is no drinking water in the vicinity, so you should get it somewhere in the city. In the daytime, the air temperature in summer can reach up to 50 degrees. At night, it drops to 15. And if you decide to stay for the night, then it is better to set up a camp between the steppe hills. This will allow you to take shelter from strong gusts of wind. Anton has finally reached the finish line. Constantly it seems that the waterfall is very close, and looking from the cliff you see that this is just a river running along a narrow gorge. Well, finally we got to Kairak Waterfall. It is located at the altitude of more than 2,000 meters, and the height of the waterfall is 55 meters. The weather here changes dramatically. If at the beginning of our journey it was sunny and warm, here it is already cool and humid. Therefore, don't forget to wear clothes with the long sleeves and pants. There are also many mosquitoes and a lot of splashes from the waterfall. Clearly it is not hot here. The water in it is of azure color. The view is worth it. But note that the place is quite far, 7 kilometers in one direction, the same distance back. The climb is 464 meters. The waterfall is located at the altitude of 2,130 meters, which is approximately like the height of Shimbolak. Therefore, take a sufficient amount of food, water, windbreaker. In case of rain, do not forget about sunscreens and shoes with thick soles. And then your trip to the mountains will not be spoiled with anything. Well, we are moving to the southwest of Kazakhstan. The land is harsh, deserted and lifeless. However, this is not the case. The Mangyshlak Peninsula is full of shrines. Many locals only heard about it. Due to the lack of roads, it's not so easy to get to them by gravel. According to the legend, 360 Sufis once lived and preached Islam in the Mangystan region. The names of some of them are forgotten, and the graves were lost somewhere in the vast desert of the Ustyurt plateau. But still, most of these names have reached our days: Shapanata, Masatata, Shakpatata, Bekatata. Today our film crew, together with Zhuldyz, goes to the Sultan Epe mosque. And Anton, meanwhile, has already reached another amazing place of the Issyk Alatau reserve. Here it is, Lake Issyk. It is located in the gorge of the Trans-Ili Alatau of the same name. Geologists say that it happened 8,000 years ago as a result of a powerful mountain fall. A dam with a height of 300 meters was formed here. The lake is located at the altitude of 1,760 meters above sea level, approximately 70 kilometers from the city of Almaty. Over the years, hundreds of outdoor enthusiasts come here to relax and enjoy the nature. The lake is popular. Its photos were even used on tourist postcards and brochures of the Soviet Union. Since 1939, the lake and its surroundings began to be renovated with convenient roads and tourist bases, so it is worth getting a closer look. While Anton is examining the surroundings, the second film crew with Zhuldyz has almost reached its goal. In Mangistau region, 57 kilometers from the city of Fort Shevchenko, there is an underground mosque. They built it in honor of the Sufi Sultan Epe, the patron saint of sailors. This mosque did not become a place of mass worship, but became a shelter for many wandering ancient travelers. In the 16th century, here on Mangistau, Sufism began to develop actively. Historians for many years argue about the emergence of a mosque. As you know, Muslim temples have never been built in such strange places. Christians have something similar: rock monasteries and hermit caves. Researchers put the facts together and explain the appearance of underground Sufi mosque. The real name of Sultan Epe is Habi. He was the youngest son of a Sufi priest, Suleiman Bakirgani, a disciple of Ahmet Yasawi. According to the legend, Habi managed to temporarily transfer the Kaaba to Central Asia, for which he was attributed to the saints, and he is credited with the ability to revive the dead. Soviet ethnographer Gleb Snesarev noted the name of Habi has an Iranian word ob, which means water. The population of southern Kazakhstan has a water spirit ubui, which is also a component of the name of Sultan Epe. Perhaps that is why he is considered the patron saint of sailors. Locals believe that if people drowning in water will pray to Sultan Epe, they will certainly be rescued. But Turkmen characterize the Sufi as a lost saint. The son of the holy Hakimata Sultan Epe left for some unknown reason, disappeared when he was alive. But he helps if you ask him for help, says one of the books about Sultan Epe. "100 years after the disappearance of Sultan Epe, the Nogai tribes occupied the Mangistau Peninsula. Legends say that they had a mullah who taught children literacy. Among his students was a weak boy named Kairullah. Peers did not want to communicate with him and were extremely cruel. Then Kairullah decided to commit suicide, but on his way he met Sultan Epe, who saved his life and gave him wisdom." Events from the legend of Sultan Epe took place in the 12th century. The mosque was built by the boy Kairullah in the 16th century, a disciple of Sultan Epe. Historians believe that in the 8th century there was a small Khwarazm fortress, and hermits and pilgrims appeared on a green canyon only in the 11th century. Indeed, the mosque looks like it was built 5 centuries ago. It seems to be built without a fixing solution. According to the legend, Kairullah said, "O Sultan Epe," and the stones were placed as needed. Growing up, the boy became a Sufi. He gathered followers around him, and the dungeon became a spiritual place. Believers are confident that the place has healing power that can really heal many diseases, especially head diseases. Pilgrims from different parts of Kazakhstan come here to receive a blessing and get the pure energy. And now, just in a matter of a second, we are on the Issyk Lake. It is hard to believe that all this beauty disappeared in a matter of hours. This happened in 1963, when a powerful mudflow broke out from the glacier zone in the upper reaches of the Issyk River. It demolished everything on its way. it destroyed the natural dam and the lake was empty in 4 hours. This tragedy claimed more than 100 lives. It is still remembered today. The young trees that grew on the former bottom of the lake, the huge boulders and the ruins. Everything reminds of that day. Today the lake is fully restored, although its size is now 2 times smaller. Many people want to visit that place, and on holidays it is really crowded. And what else can you do on Lake Issyk and its surroundings? Fans of mountain tourism can go high in the mountains. There are lost paths or already laid roads. Those who prefer a more relaxed form of leisure can stay here on the lake, enjoy the fresh air and have a nice picnic. Lake Issyk lies among the rocks, forests and alpine meadows. The flora of this land is rich. Rare plant species listed in the Red Book grow here, including Kungay wattle, Kazakh archa, shrink spruce, golden adonis, edelweiss and other herbs. The water in the lake is crystal clear. Its color varies with the seasons and weather conditions. For example, in winter, the lake is of azure color. In the hot summer heat, it is green. By the way, rainbow trout lives here. There are more than 150 species of birds, almost 30 species of mammals, including morels, lynxes, mountain goats, wolves, and bears. Meanwhile, in the west of Kazakhstan, it is getting dark. It is time for the film crew to go to the next destination. In the meantime, you can relax for a few minutes in the Sultan Epe mosque. Much attention should be paid to the well Sultan Epe. According to the locals, the water in it has healing properties. The well is located 6 meters away from the cliff. The water in the well is spring water. Perhaps it was built in the late 19th century. Pay attention to the masonry of the well. This is a feature of the architecture of the Mangistau region. Near the underground mosque of Sultan Epe there is a well. The water is fresh, tasty and clean. A real oasis in the desert. Sultan Epe Mosque is located on a cliff of a picturesque canyon. Its cliffs are covered with dense thickets of blackberry, mulberry and thorns. In combination with the harsh rocks, they create a unique natural picture. This area is a kind of oasis that attracts many different animals and birds. By the way, in these spots you can meet rare fox, corsac and hedgehog with very long needles. Just a few steps away and you see a fascinating panorama of the azure coast of the Caspian Sea. Hundreds of tourists from all over the world come here for that view. My name is Alberto Di Mauro. I'm a photographer. I'm very happy to be here in Kazakhstan, especially with this expedition, because it gives me the opportunity to see great landscapes of this country. They are so diverse, especially the deserts. For me, this is very interesting because we don't have that in Europe. Today, I visited 2 cave mosques, which are considered as sacred places. According to the Statistics Committee, 7,701,200 tourists visited Kazakhstan in 2017. With the development of tourism in our country, this figure will increase each time. Moreover, we have something to see and there are tours both for fans of active leisure and for fans of sacred places. And so, our adventure today is close to an end. We try to unravel the cosmic secret of the Valley of the Balls of Torish. We managed to overcome everything and climb to the highest and most beautiful waterfall in the Turgen Gorge. Discovered a new map of the sacred places of the Mangistau region and finally reached the jewel in the crown of the Ili Alatau, Lake Issyk. That's it for today. Follow our exciting trip using the hashtag across the Kazakh land. And bye!